Book 2, Chapter 6, Playfulness. Charles and I meet on Monday morning at our usual place on the bench. I think the others in the schoolyard leave it intentionally for us, because it doesn't appear that anyone else ever wishes to sit on it. I'm sure Charles has something to do with that. It's like the bench was made just for him to ponder life. "Finn!" Charles calls out. He raises his arm to let me know that he is already on the bench. "Charles, how was your weekend?" I ask, taking my seat beside him. "Finnan, my weekend was quiet, but I thought a lot about things and perhaps the next book I will be writing." "Finnan, do you think that Limerick likes me?" "Of course she likes you. She sat with us when you asked her to." "I mean, Finn, do you think she likes me?" He says it, slowing down his words, as if to say to me, "Read between the lines." "You mean kind of like a boyfriend?" I ask. Um, yes," he stutters. "How do you feel, Charles? Do you like Limerick in the girlfriend kind of way?" "I've never had a girlfriend. I'd never really thought about it before I met Limerick. I mean, like in the future, when we grow up a little more. So what do you think, Finn?" I ponder what Charles is asking me. I want to give him a very mature and wise answer, but little comes to mind. Yes," I finally say. "Yes?" Charles asks. I can't think of anything more to add to it. I am frantically searching in my mind. Then I hear my heart voice whisper, "Let him know it's evident, that there is a chance they will become really good friends, and then he can see where it goes from there." "Charles, perhaps you two can become really good friends, and take it from there." "Good advice, Finn. But do you think it is possible?" "Anything is possible, and miracles happen each day." "Thank you, Finn. Thank you for being honest." I don't think I can be anything but honest with Charles. There is no other way to be. Not telling the truth will always find its way back. The truth will be shown eventually. Being truthful is what everyone should be. It's best not to tell stories just for the satisfaction of entertaining someone. I like to say truthful things. I never have to cover up anything. It always feels awful when I don't tell the truth. My inner voice gently nudges me to do so. We sit on the bench talking about Skye, and I share the story of getting the kitten. Charles is so happy when he discovers the name of the little kitten is Hemingway. In fact, he is honored to know that this is the second pet to be named after him. You must come over to meet Hemingway and play with Skye Charles in the backyard with the hoops. You won't believe the tricks he can do. He jumps so high, Charles, it's hard to believe his legs were injured by the person that threw him away. You know, even though I hate the thought that Skye was abused, I'm thankful that he was found by the shelter. I'm happy that he now belongs to me and that we have each other. I think Skye too is happy that he has found his way to our home to be with our family. It is amazing how something that is bad can become something that changes lives in a great way." Charles says, "So you think your family can adopt me?" "Charles, my parents would adopt you in a minute, but then we would never have any cookies for ourselves." We both laugh at our inside joke. "Why don't you come over to visit? You can see my mom and dad, and my sister can giggle, and you can meet the new kitten." "Okay, let's do that. How about Friday night? Maybe we could have a sleepover." "I will ask my mom and dad, Charles." "Okay, Finn, I will ask my mom and dad." We look up to see Limerick walking towards us. I hear Charles take a deep breath. "Are you okay, Charles?" I ask as we wait for Limerick to arrive. "Yes, I just get really nervous around her." I blush, I say. But Charles, I don't want her to be my girlfriend. I think I just blush because I never really had a girl pay attention to me. She is your girl, Charles, and I respect that. One day, perhaps when we are much older, we can be boyfriend and girlfriend, Charles says with questionable confidence. I jokingly nudge Charles with my arm. Then I start to sing a silly song about love. Shut up, Finn, he nudges back. She will hear you. We are sitting with silly smiles by the time Limerick stands before us. What's so funny? Limerick asks. Charles just stares, speechless. I was just singing a silly song to Charles. Would you like to sit down? I move over so she can be in the middle. Charles moves over a few inches to give some space, and she joyfully sits down. She starts to share about her weekend in her accent, and we just listen to every word. At one point, Charles finds some courage to speak. Finnan got a kitten. He named him Hemingway. Hemingway, like the famous author? Yes, Finnan thought the kitten was acting like me, and because he knows I'm going to be a writer, Hemingway was chosen. Did you know that he named his dog Sky Charles because of me? Charles is proud, I can tell. I don't even have to say a word because once Charles finds his voice, he doesn't stop talking. Oh, that sounds like fun, Limerick says. I love kittens. Maybe you could come over too, I say. I've noticed that we don't live very far from each other. Charles starts to blush. In a shy voice, he asks, would you like to go to Finn's house after school on Friday? His family is really nice, and maybe his mom will make yummy cookies. I will ask my mom if I can go. It is all set. Friday we would hang out at my home, if everyone's parents agreed. Charles is smiling, and he keeps on telling his stories. Then the bell rings. It is time to start our day in the classroom.